we're going to go and see if we can get inside. So let's see if we can get in.
Congressman, can we have any questions?
We're going in.
Congressman, any questions?
Make it easier, please.
So we just saw maybe 15, 20 Republicans, maybe 30 of us, the whip, led us in there to the Star Room. Schiff walks out. They all walk out. They're not going to let us hear anything. This whole thing is a sham. The people of Kansas are sick and tired of this impeachment hearings. We have impeachment fatigue. They want us to get to work on the USMCA agreement, on infrastructure, on health care. We're sick and tired of all this. Now we're just in there yelling and screaming at each other. If this was out open and transparent, then the American public could see exactly what's going on. That's all we're wanting, is we want this to be transparent.
What did Chairman Schiff say?
Nothing. He doesn't have the guts to come talk to us. He does not have the guts to talk to us. He left. He just got up and left. He doesn't have the guts to tell us why we can't come in the room, why he doesn't want this to be transparent. It's the biggest facade, the biggest farce I've ever seen in my life.
Congressman, do you...
When we came into the room, evidently they must be talking about stuff they don't want us all to know, because Chairman Schiff did not give his opening statement. He was getting prepared to do that. And, then he left the room, and currently when I left, because I have another meeting, still a lot of other members there. There's no activity as far as the hearing. So evidently, they must not want all of Congress to know what's going on in that room. And I think that's a huge injustice to the American people.
Nancy Pelosi needs to have a fair process, a vote on the floor to actually authorize this impeachment inquiry with a standard set of rules and due process that every citizen should get, let alone the President of the United States. I demand that this happen. They refused us once again. This is an outrage.
Come to the microphone, please. Please.
No, there's no depositions going on right now. They're just waiting for a more open and transparent process. There's a number of members who believe that this is going to be one of the most important votes they take, and so there's a number of members, congressional members, that are not part of the three committees that are actually in there or plan to stay there until we have a more open and transparent and fair process.
You know how cheesy the Republicans are.
In every impeachment inquiry that's been had before, where it started with a vote of the full House of Representatives, but they allowed both sides to call witnesses. They allowed actual transparency. The press was in the room for Nixon, for Clinton. The legal counsel for the president was allowed in the room. All of that is being denied by Chairman Schiff, running this one-sided Soviet-style scam.
Guys, what's going on? House Republicans, led by their whip, Mr. Scalise, authorized by the Majority Leader Kevin McCarthy, stormed through a secure facility to obstruct and partially, at least right now, delay the proceedings. This is, as you can imagine, also an effort to intimidate witnesses who seek to come forward. The witness was in the hearing room at the time that Republicans started to come in. Of course, we did all we could to get the witness out to make sure that the witness was protected and not affected by these tactics. But the tactics are in an effort to delay the inevitable. They are a response to just damaging and pulverizing testimony yesterday from a courageous ambassador and Bill Taylor. But they will not stop us in pursuing the truth.